Greetings. Hope you guys are well. It's been a little while, and sorry if my voice is a little off. I'm a little under the weather right now, and just kind of having a relaxing night. I wanted to make a video talking about something that I've been thinking about a lot recently when it comes to the practice of retention, and really that's if you're doing it when you are dating or in a relationship. And the reason I've been thinking about this so much is because I was practicing this in my recent relationship of 2 years. Obviously, the level to which I was practicing it kind of changed as the relationship went on. As the relationship went further, I kind of started to practice it more, and kind of, I was releasing less often. So I wanted to talk about it because it's a very powerful thing, and I think that it's easy to get caught up in it a little too much in a relationship. It's difficult to do, but when I think about my relationship, I think that at the time I was so focused on like having sex and being intimate and exchanging energy, and I enjoyed that. I loved that, and I felt like I could go longer because I wasn't you know, having an orgasm and well, in the normal way. But if you go a certain amount of time and you're not exchanging energy in that way, I think it can pull you further away from your partner. So let's just start with dating. I think that if it's the right circumstance and it feels right, and it feels special, that's up to you if you decide you want to um, go through with that. I think in a more serious relationship, it's almost like you want to talk about it and establish a frequency, because in my opinion, that energy that you're giving to your woman is very powerful for her. So if you aren't exchanging that, giving that to her, then you are going to sort of subconsciously pull away more, and she is going to be feeling in some ways unfulfilled. And I think that happened some in my last relationship. I mean, obviously the sex was still great, the emotion, the intimacy, all that stuff. But I do think that in relationships, it's important to figure out a frequency for certain couples. I'm not saying every couple can. I'm not saying every couple should do this. I'm sure some are totally fine practicing kareza, where you never release. But really, the message is just to kind of be careful, be aware, because you're playing with something very, very powerful, more for yourself, because you can become repressed without realizing it if you're not transmuting all that energy. And after having sex and not releasing, you might be thinking subconsciously or looking for other things that might, when you wouldn't be if you were. So I think everybody's different. It's really just that I think it's a case by case basis, and I think that it's something to really be conscious of when you're in a relationship, when you're dating. That it's very powerful, and there is a time and a place for it. I think the practice of retention is extremely important for men. I don't think you should just be releasing all the time. But when it comes to a relationship with a woman, I think that there is a time and a place for it, to keep the couple close and to have that connection fully. So ultimately, I think it's for procreation. I think there is a way that it really can be important in a relationship. So I wanted to mention that for people out there that might be dating or in a relationship and they're retaining and they're confused, like, well, what do I do? So um, having gone back, I might have made some different decisions on how long I was going. Hindsight's 2020, and I'm forgiving myself all the time for um, things. What I thought I knew, what I thought was best at the time. That was my consciousness at the time. So I'm always learning to forgive myself more, but I feel like it can't hurt to tell other guys that are dealing with this that it's something that is extremely important in a relationship, and it's completely understandable because that's, when you're having sex, it's very difficult not to. So, you know, and that's something where you can study more tantric sex and karezza. Um, be open, be transparent with your partner, and be honest, and listen to them if they're feeling unfulfilled, if they're feeling like they're not satisfying you. These are things that you need to talk about, because I feel like you know, sometimes I feel like I missed out on a. I don't want to say I lost out on a beautiful relationship, because I had a beautiful relationship, but this woman could have been my wife, and not a day goes by that I don't wonder how things might be different if I approached it in a different way. So, I thank you for listening. I hope this helps somebody out there, and always do what feels right to you, and keep your power, but don't be super obsessively selfish about it. Um, you know, just be smart and go with what feels right. So, if you're single and you're not in a relationship or dating, hey, keep retaining all the time. I mean, why not? Don't even think about sex, like put the energy into other things, build your life, build your career, become the best man you can be, and attract that perfect woman for you. I hope this makes sense. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay blessed. Talk soon. Peace.